Well, the time now is 8:44. Debbie Gisonni of Redwood City is featured in a new Pond's television commercial. She's one of 5 winners of Pond's coast-to-coast search for 40-something women who are sexy and sassy and confident. Being a best-selling author and columnist for iVillage.com, Debbie has had a long run of success, but now she can kind of show it off in a television commercial. Nice to have you here this morning.
Nice to be here. Thanks, Ross.
So you entered the contest, and it was your husband who gave you the idea, right?
Yeah, you know the saying, behind every great man, there's a woman?
Yeah.
Well, in my case, it was reversed in this situation. Yeah. We were watching TV one night, and we saw the commercial that was sponsored by Pond's and The Starter Wife, which is a mini-series that's airing right now on USA Network.
With Deborah Messing.
With Deborah Messing. It started May 31st, and Pond's Face Care was a sponsor, and it was for 40s and fabulous, and they were looking for women across the country that felt more sexy and sassy and confident, as you said, in their 40s than they did in their 20s. And my husband looked at me and he said, "Deb, you're fabulous and you're in your 40s. Why don't you enter?" So I went up on ponds.com and I entered, and then I became a semifinalist. And then I was off to Hollywood. I was one of the 5 winners.
What a nice thing and very smart thing for him to say. I mean, he earned some points on that one, didn't he?
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
So what kind of questions, when you enter a contest like that, they want to find out if you felt you were sexy and sassy and confident? What do they want from you? What do they ask you?
Well, they really didn't ask you anything. They really just put this parameter up and wanted to know how you felt in your 40s and why you felt better in your 40s than in your 20s.
And you do.
And I do. For me, it's all about joy and bringing enjoyment into every single moment in your day. In my 20s and 30s, I went through a series of family tragedies.
Yeah, you had some real hardships there.
Yes, I lost 4 family members in 4 years. And it changed my life. It changed my life. It changed my career path. I decided to leave the big corporate world and write books to help other people overcome challenges. So I wrote a book about my family ordeal called Vita's Will, and then I wrote another book about happiness called The Goddess of Happiness. And I could have very well turned into a queen of misery if I decided to take a different path in my life. But I really wanted to help people and put some more meaning in my life and other people's lives, and show everyone that you really have that spark within, whether it's happiness or beauty. You have that spark within.
But you always had that spark even when you were a teenager, didn't you?
I think I did.
So
but, you know,
when you go through that kind of tragedy, though, how do you reach for it again?
Well, you have to realize that no matter what is happening around you, that you really have the power within you to be happy, the power within you to overcome challenges, the power within you to feel beautiful. Because if you're happy inside, you're going to feel beautiful on the outside.
Yeah. So the deaths in your family, and one of them was particularly tragic. It was your sister.
Yes, my sister committed suicide.
Committed suicide, and you have to deal with that. How did that make you just think about we all feel when we're younger that immortal feeling, immortality.
Yes.
Where nothing's going to ever happen to us. That really makes a difference, does it, when you know you are mortal?
Well, especially when it comes out of left field. You weren't prepared for it. It's a shock. She was very young.
She was
23. I was only 5 years older than her, and we had no warning signs. So it changes, your life changes in an instant. And you hear this from people that have had like car accidents or have lost people, or think, you know, they've come down with terminal cancer or something like that. Your life can change in an instant. And when you realize that, then you start enjoying every moment of your life.
Now, we haven't seen your Pond's commercial yet.
No.
That's going to premiere when?
It'll premiere on the finale episode on June 28th, and I haven't seen it yet either, but I will say that it was one of the highlights of my Hollywood trip, filming that commercial and talking about my attitude on life. And all of us, all the 5 winners, filmed a commercial, and each of the commercials on one of the episodes. There's 5 episodes in the miniseries. And then after the commercials air, they're on the ponds.com site, so you can get up there and they'll have a profile of each of us on there as well. It's really fun.
Great experience for you. And you also went to the premiere of Starter Wife with Deborah Messing. Did you walk down the carpet and do all? I mean, you were. It was a big deal.
We got the Hollywood glitz treatment. We had celebrity stylist Jeannie Mai and her troupe doing our hair, our makeup. We got ready 5 hours in advance, and we walked down the red carpet, and all the paparazzi was there. It was so wonderful to have that treatment, that star treatment. Everybody wishes for that once in their life, right?
So you're convinced today that 40 is the new 20?
Yes.
Or the 20 is the new 40. How does that work? 40 is the new 20.
Well, I would say that what's interesting about that is I really, kudos to Pons, who are not only recognizing but celebrating women in their 40s, and also confirming that we can be sassy and sexy and confident.
Sure you can.
And we can feel much better than we did in our 20s.
All right, so it premieres again? Give
The Starter
28th.
Wife premiered on May 31st, but you can catch up. There's a third episode this week, and my vignette is on June 28th,
Oh, that's what
Thursday,
we're dialing
9
in
p.m.
for.
Dial in, yeah.
All right. Nice to have you here. Congratulations.
much.
And you are sexy and sassy.
Thank you,
And
thank
obviously
you.
very confident. All right. Time now is 8:49. Let's go back to Pam and Frank.